The basics and survival universe just got an update, so in this video, I want to explain all the new information we've received and give my theory into what I think is actually happening in this AU. The first thing that I want to point out is that this AU is actually called the Vitality AU, which is a pretty cool name in my opinion. And after watching this emergency public broadcast, we have learned that there's a virus called L-125 that is floating around and infecting people. And since it is a new virus, the doctors in this universe don't have any vaccines or cures to help people actually fight against it. Now, from my understanding, the virus isn't simply airborne, but rather it can only affect people if they actually ingest it in some way, so like food or drink, or if it happens to get into an open wound. And the second part here is what's really dangerous, because judging on what we actually saw from Miss Bloomy in the trailer, I don't think that these monsters are going to have any issues with causing wounds for people. Now, the good news about this virus is that it takes time to actually work its way through a person's system, making them get like a fever and then a headache before their body actually starts to change. And I say this is a good thing because before a person actually gets to stage 1, or aka they fully make the change, the only thing that you can really do for them is give them a quick death before they start attacking innocent people. So at least you have some time to actually do that before they start getting like increased strength and all that. And what I mean by that is that if you're not able to actually take out the infected before they reach stage 1 or 2, they actually get larger. And not only that, but they develop like this desire to actually infect people, which is worse than just straight up killing them, because if they infect you, obviously they're going to turn you into a monster as well. And to make matters even worse, we also learned that they are nocturnal hunters, which means that they hunt at night. So they're probably sleeping during the day and then they come out at night to catch people, which is smart because most people actually sleep at night. So it'll be easier to catch people off guard. And of course, the darkness is going to give them an extra advantage since they actually are like ambush predators, meaning that they like to get people off guard and not give them a fair fight. We also learned why Miss Bloomy had those crazy sharp teeth in her mouth in the trailer. Apparently, when people get infected, they use the bones in their head to create additional teeth behind their already existing teeth. And what I mean by this is that they literally make the bones in their head grow out of the top of their mouth to create teeth. And I think that they do this to make sure that they can actually rip and tear flesh. And this is a big deal because the way that these creatures actually evolve or move on to the next stage is by eating enough flesh. And each stage that they get to, they not only get stronger, but they also get more intelligence, which I think is the real scary part. Now in the video, it says that they haven't seen a stage 3 infected yet, but then we get this scene here. And while it's hard to tell exactly who this infected character is, I think we can safely say that it isn't Miss Bloomy, because I think this is an image of her infected form here. And as you can see, she has blades coming out of her back, while this character doesn't. And they also look a bit more beefy than this image of Miss Bloomy. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was like Miss Circle, or maybe like an infected student or something. And with all that being said, I think we kind of understand the basics of what's actually happening in this world now. And with that, I feel like I understand why this is called the Vitality AU. Vitality is basically the ability to live, grow, and develop, which seems to be the primary goal of the infected. They literally have to consume the vitality of others in order to advance to the next stage of their infection. And while that concept is very dark, I do think it's kind of fitting for what's actually going on in this universe. I'm excited to see who actually survived, because based off the little information that we have right now, we know that Zip is still going to be one of the survivors, or at least that's what we were told. But it'll be interesting to see who else survives, because we haven't really got any tips on that yet. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Zip's little brother still here. Zip is actually really close to her little brother, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was actually running around this school to find and save him. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, check out this video on the screen here. Subscribe today to become a member of the Orseofkorse, and we'll see you tomorrow with another video. Peace, peace.